This right here drives me insane. With all the life advice I've been giving, a young person in my life said I should consider becoming a Twitch streamer. I don't know what that is. Would I be good at it? And then we have Elon here, shamelessly plugging Twitter again. And then we have Mario here. At least you know you won't be censored, and you'd be an early adopter, so the opportunity for massive reach before it gets crowded. That's quite obviously nonsense. Now, I want to go back to this Russell Brand situation very briefly, because we all know about this letter, which Rumble transparently posted the moment they got it, presumably. Well, it's dated 20th September. When was this post? 21st September. So that sounds about right. Because I'm a day ahead in Australia, so that sounds about this is the same day. I don't want to read this out because one, I hate orating written text. But let's. We all know about it, and we all know about Rumble's response, which was basically it's here on the screen. You can read it if you like. They basically just said, "Shove it up your ass." Now, this one definitely has words in it that I don't want to sort of dance around, so I'm just going to let you read that for yourself. But there we are. Yeah, good job, Rumble. It is a good job. They did a very good. Chris Pavlovski did a very, very good job in responding to this. And we all know about Elon's response. Well, I'm not sure if we do. Let's go into it. Russell posted a little bit of an update on his
extraordinary
situation,
and distressing week, and I thank you very much for your support.
Yeah, I won't go into it. You can watch this if you like separately. But Elon, it is rather disappointing that he's exclusively pushing Rumble when X has supported free speech just as much. That's double bullshit. That's triple bullshit, and everyone knows it. People were trashing this response all the way down. He's also totally refusing to acknowledge the fact that he has a deal with Rumble. Russell Brand has a deal with Rumble, so of course he's going to push that as his native platform. And it's less censorious. We all know this. Alex Jones still isn't back. We've got a few people coming back, but we've got a whole lot more disappearing. So yeah, it's not what it's promised to be. And in fact, like I took a few screenshots all the way down. This was on the day that he posted that tweet. It's just everyone is just disagreeing with him, and this was just a small snapshot. So yeah, I want to go along and point out another victim in all of this, Travis in Flint. Now, I'm not exactly sure what his current situation is because this was posted a few days ago, but about a week ago, I think. I finally have answers. Apparently, I'm being punished for engaging with one of my subscribers. I've had my impressions decreased by 90%. I've lost my benefits of X Premium by no longer showing up in verified notifications, and I can no longer contact support. I can only assume I've been demonetized and won't receive an ad check next week. This is not okay. I didn't swear. I didn't bully or harass anyone. I simply replied to someone who pays to see my content. I have no recourse, and support won't help. This is a warning to all creators. Engage with small accounts at your own discretion. For the time being, X is a social platform that doesn't encourage socializing. Now, this brings me to this major paradigm shift that we're all seeing with the monetization shit. And my argument is that it's ruining the three great things that made Twitter excellent and amazing in the first place. That was candor, access, and networkability. They were the three great things that made Twitter amazing. You could contact people and they could actually see it, just anyone. Now that's heavily discouraged. I noticed this Brock Pearson guy, and this had red flags all over it, which I just wanted to read out for you here. How to get ads back on your X profile. Make money fast with AdRev. Note, when ads are restored, engagement increases most of the time. Why? Ads are connected with your account's score, determined by trust and safety. We kind of knew that. But if you do not have ads, here's what you do. And I currently don't. I used to, but I know just a lot of smaller accounts, including mine, have just had ads stripped away from them completely now. And here's what the X-Doctor says to do. Delete all your replies and posts that contain the sensitive content warning, which is something I've never seen before until the other day. I saw it one time. image attached. He goes into some example images below here. But to enable the sensitive content warning, do the following 5 steps. From web or Android only, not in iOS app, click Settings and Support, Settings and Privacy, Privacy and Safety, Content you see, display media that may contain sensitive content, and then select Unchecked. So basically, in other words, let Twitter decide what is good for you to see. Let the censorship engine decide for you to filter out, to censor things. That's a red flag for me. I don't like that at all. Go to your profile, click on the Replies tab, and scroll endlessly until you see the sensitive content warnings. You delete all your engagements to those. So not only are you discouraged from interacting with smaller accounts now, but you're now required, if you want to make any money off here, to delete any evidence that you ever did speak to them. It's kind of like book burning, in a way. Might be a bit dramatic, but anyway. Both likes and reply comments to it. It's like delete all evidence. Do a Hillary Clinton on it. Bleach bit that shit. Scrolling all of your replies is extremely time consuming. You will inevitably hit daily rate limits. That's crazy. Optional additional step. Visit the profiles of all the accounts you reply to. Ensure their account does not have caution. This account is temporarily restricted. If they do have this warning on their profile, then delete all engagements to them. Bleach bit it. Destroy it. I hate this. The new X-Doctor system. That sounds just so spammy and gross. They claim to be compliant, but it just seems like it just seems gross to me. This system is X compliant and uses the paid API, which costs like $42,000 a month, by the way, for enterprise access. I'm not sure. I think it starts at about $5,000 a month, maybe. I'm not sure. I have to look into that. Here's the best way to deep clean your account. Methods above do fix most cases, but if you continue to have an issue, let us know. If this guide was helpful, please repost it. If you do need help with your account, send them a DM. Now, I'm not encouraging you to, but these are the people to message if you want to go for this spammy bullshit and you want to filter out all of your feed results and let the censor machine decide for you what you can and cannot think and see, then go ahead. Let's take a look at his profile for a second. Testimonials. Yeah. There's a lot of, I don't know, I just don't like the replies here and stuff. It just all seems really spam. Like this one, I heard him speaking the other day on a space, and I retweeted that, and this account followed me, and then once I followed him back, I immediately had another bunch of accounts of about the same sort of size follow me at the same time, and 2 of them had that warning that these people warn about on the accounts. So I'd never seen that before, but then, yeah, even a bunch of these larger accounts even come up in my DMs saying, can you please follow me back? I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I don't know if this guy's real. I figured that he was. Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure. I want to move on to this thing this tweet by Mr. Beast. Part of a conversation where Elon's talking about the new ad revenue thing, and he says here back in November 22, let's see what happens when Twitter offers good video with higher compensation for creators. Mr. Beast replies, higher compensation will be hard. Some YouTubers get 20 plus RPMs or CPMs even after YouTube takes their cut. I'd be shocked if you could crack that code. And I personally would be too. And they talk about this on the Lex Friedman podcast a while ago. I think this was also back in 2022. Now, I'm going to link to this full episode below.
No.
But we're just going to have a quick look at these comments here. Yes, again, I'll link to this podcast, the full podcast below. Go check it out.
How do you think Twitter compares to YouTube in terms of how you see its future unroll in 2023?
I mean, I think YouTube's going to be YouTube, and not much is really going to change, but it's going to keep growing just because, that's just what it does, and because it's owned by Google.
With AdSense.
But Twitter, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things.
I mean, Google AdSense has been around for a long time. It's a well-oiled machine, and it pays out a lot to a lot of people.
Things like you can't predict if a year from now an economy is going to be in a recession or booming, and I think Twitter's kind of the same thing. One thing's for certain, a lot of things are going to be rolled out, but who knows, honestly.
You responded to Elon saying Twitter's unlikely to be able to pay creators more money than YouTube. What do you think that is?
Yeah, that's
because I think the tweet I responded to was one where he was saying
there it is.
That they, users will jump over if Twitter could potentially pay more than other platforms. And I was just saying, obviously, because Google has Google AdWords, and I mean that's Google's whole thing is putting ads on stuff. They've been doing it better than anyone else in the world for a very long time.
Right.
It's very unlikely in the next few years that Twitter is going to just magically, or any platform, give a creator the ability to make higher CPMs than on YouTube. It's kind of crazy. Like some creators.
So CPMs is cost per mile or cost per metric, which I believe in YouTube land is 1,000. A metric is 1,000 views.
In December, Q4, because ad rates are higher because of Christmas and everything, some creators literally make like $30-$40 per 1,000 views, and that's after YouTube's cut. Like, so it's almost like hard to think about.
That is hard to think about. That's quite insane. So I tried to look up into some today's 2023 information. So the latest I could find on this was an article here, and I'm going to link to this full article below. YouTube's partner program now has 2 million members. So that means there's 2 million creators that are in the program that are actually receiving payments every month. So that's quite astonishing. That's the might and the power of Google AdSense and YouTube. Now, in terms of what they're making, the claim over here, another article from, when was this one? I'm not sure when this, I think it was around about the same time, but it's saying most partners, and I'll also link this full article below, most partners earn anywhere between 30 cents to $2.50 CPM, but there are many exceptions to the rule, with some bigger YouTube players earning closer to $10 CPM. And as we heard Mr. B saying, that it goes up even 3 times that figure. So be aware that your location and the type of content that you publish will have a bearing on how much you can potentially earn. So of course you can't talk about anything that is currently pressing in the news, because they will shut you down for that, because you either speak the prescribed narrative, or you don't speak about it at all. And I think that's essentially how they're moving towards a system now where you're encouraged not to speak about it, or you're discouraged from speaking about these things at all. Anyway, let's just move along a little bit too, because this is a little bit of a guilty pleasure of mine, is making fun of Elon. Now, I was really optimistic pre-acquisition. Since he's taken over, I've been a paying customer of his, and I'm being really disappointed. And it's kind of just, I should have seen this coming, because, I mean, we've got this other guy over here, Thunderfoot.
System.
May or may
but
not
in the
have heard of him. I'm gonna link to his video down below, this full video, because this is ones that he's just released today. And he's funny. He's got a special hate boner for Elon, but he's a smart guy, and he makes a lot of great points.
They've unveiled an amazing new robot that can sort blocks.
So basically, this is now, we're going to have a look at the Tesla bot, which is, we're going to see the progress of the Tesla bot in current day 2023.
You can notice that as soon as a block is inside the pickup area, the arm lowers down.
Okay, so we put in this little school project.
And picks it up. If the block is black,
Mixed up. That was a 7-year-old high school Arduino electronics project. Let's see what cutting-edge Musk technology can do, shall we?
So now this one here, I believe this was shown on...
Now I know what a lot of you'll be thinking.
Someone was saying like, oh, this is amazing.
What's the point of actually building a robot?
And they can like see if it, if you move a block, you can...
and only use one arm. Yep, the entire video is basically a one-arm robot sorting bricks. Meanwhile,
that was apparently super impressive to a lot of people, and I'm not sure why, because I've seen way more impressive stuff years ago from stuff like Boston Dynamics, and in fact, Thunderfoot is great enough to include a side-by-side comparison of current day progress. And this will
Alan.
creep you out. Creeps me out.
So both Boston Dynamics and Tesla both released videos of what their robot could do this year. The Boston Dynamics much earlier in the year. And the Tesla bot's best effort is it can just about saw coloured blocks with one arm while standing still. Whilst the Boston Dynamics
This gives me nightmares at night, and that's just you haven't even seen it
can actually
started.
manipulate the environment, pick up erratic shaped objects, throw erratically shaped heavy objects. And rather than the impressive feat of standing on one foot,
Why would a robot need to fucking stretch? Anyway. So it's ridiculous.
can do backflips. However, as deeply underwhelming as the progress of the Tesla bot here is, nothing even slightly new or impressive. My gut reaction
So he's going to go on to explain how he thinks that even that demonstration by the Tesla bot is fake. But I don't think it even needs to be fake. It's just severely underwhelming, as you can see by a further comparison here. Again, why does it need to be stretching? It doesn't.
The thing
need
that's
to do that.
different is the best Tesla can do in 2023 is execute command stand on one foot. Meanwhile, Boston Dynamics years ago.
Now here's where things get creepy for me. This one here, this little fucker, this yellow snake dog fucking thing. This, like, why does it need to do that? That's not necessary. It's gross, man. It's nightmare fuel. It's pretty cool though. So this is what Boston Dynamics, this is what Google's doing basically. You didn't know Boston Dynamics and Google, I think they're fair, or Alphabet, there's a lot of overlap there.
And like I was saying, as deeply underwhelming as
While this one's
Elon's
stretching, 'cause
progress
of the
here
hard-based
is,
work.
I still don't believe a word of it, in that it's still far easier for them to say just fake this by, say, using some VR goggles and a remote controlled robot. And again, even if through says that it works,
See, he's saying how
and they've progressed the robots' heads, which are obviously used to clamp the robots because they fell over so often. And that was seen in basically.
Look, this is a fun video. I encourage you, I'm not going to steal it whole cloth. Just go and watch this one. I've linked it below, as well as that Mr. Beast with Lex Friedman episode. I've also linked that one below, along with these two articles. In summary, I guess I'll leave it here. I guess, what have we talked about today? Rumble, can it win? I think so. What we need to do is get the user base over. I've expressed my concerns about the bot farming and stuff that Rumble's obviously doing on smaller accounts, but it all depends on how you drive your audience too. If you're proactive in moving your audience over there, which I'll do right now, I'll put a call to action out there. Please subscribe to my Rumble channel. It is just rumble.com/Daniel Clancy. Please subscribe over there today, but also please subscribe here on YouTube if you hadn't yet, because I'm trying to get monetized. I'm trying to get over that 500 number, which I'm still a while off, but we'll get there. And drop a like if you like this video. But in terms of Rumble, yeah, I really want them to win. I'm rooting for them. I think a lot of us are. I mean, there's a certain amount of people that are just going to remain here on YouTube, and that's just going to be how it is. Like, there's going to be a certain amount of people that remain watching the mainstream media as long as it's around. However, there's new demographics out there, like the people that are exiting mainstream media, the people that are frustrated with YouTube. There are people that are exiting these things, but like there's certain people that haven't even watched YouTube or Rumble or BitChute or anything online. They just watch mainstream media, and they're just waking up to the joke that the 2020s are, and what the media machine is. And that's a whole new audience that hasn't used either service yet. So I think if they're gonna find the information over on Rumble far more captivating and interesting, but also a little bit more messy, like the wild west days of the internet, which we all loved. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.